Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Matt, and in today's video we're going to go back to São Paulo International Airport. Well, I don't know how to pronounce that, but we're going to go back to the International Airport in São Paulo. I've created a custom schedule for this one, so it should be a little bit of fun. If you've not seen any of my other episodes, feel free to check them out on the channel, and there'll be a link in the description to the last episode. And if you do have any questions throughout the video, then please drop them in the comment section, and I will take a look at when I can. So as I said, we're going to go back to São Paulo. Playing this airport, I've recently just played it. It's only been out for a few days when I'm recording this video. But I've created a custom schedule based off the real life airlines. When we played it the first time, I just bumped up the new just design one. But I've created it custom, just kind of made a lot of, basically got all the airlines that fly into here within 1 hour. Made it pretty busy, but not extremely busy. I think it's like 80 something movements, so it's not absolutely crazy like some of my other custom schedules. But the gates are pretty stacked, and but there's a lot of variation between the different airlines, so quite a fun one. If you do want the schedule, it will be shared in my Discord and also in the Field Air Discord server, so feel free to check that out if you do want to play it. But yeah, for today's video, we're going to go and play the 2-8s instead of the 1-0s today. I'll be arriving on 2-8 left and departing from 2-8 right. And we're going to be playing the 11 AM hour, which is the main hour in the schedule. I'll preload. I'll tell you what we will do. We'll just preload the 1 hour in today, just so that we only really load the hour that I want to play, and then we can test and kind of end it once we've got through the whole of it. Just because it is a custom schedule. We'll play it on clear weather because I do like the look of this airport, and obviously we can see some of the airlines and liveries that we've put into this. So we will go ahead and get started. I'll quickly show you the schedule now, which they have it open. But if we go down to SBGR, and then we go into the custom one, and this is the one that we're going to be using. So these are the hours. So again, I've not massively packed it apart from mainly 2 hours. So if you look at the Ninja's design one, which is based off similar real life stuff, you generally get like 30 or 40. So it's not a hectic airport, but does get some quite cool airlines and liveries and stuff into it. I've not tagged anything as cargo, which shouldn't really matter because I've assigned the terminals. But yeah, this is the hour we're going to be playing. You'll see it's just over 80 movements. There is a handful of cargo in there. It's just that I've not tagged them as cargo in the special column, which is why it's not showing it. But yeah, we get about 50 departures and around 32 arrivals. So again, pretty chilled. Like, it's not going to be absolutely rammed, but will be quite a cool one. I'll take you a little bit around the airport just to show you some of the airlines and stuff to start with. Get TS3 assistant open so you can see that. But we'll just be using the ideas as normal. We had these cameras set up last time, so we got that there, and what we do actually is just go and set the camera down here for F10, just so that we can get a nice view of all the stuff lined up. Probably using F7 for the majority of it. So the way we are doing this, so it's split into 3 terminals, which I didn't realize. This is technically classed as cargo terminal, but I think they use it more as remotes with buses. This is more of the cargo terminal here, so you can see we've got a little bit of cargo in here. So the TAM cargo, which I've added in. We get a few of these Atlas 7.4s, which can just fit onto here, I think. Qatar cargo, and then the Azul stuff use this, which is technically classed as Terminal 1. But it's just Azul domestic stuff that park in there generally. In here we'll have like our GOL and LATAMs and stuff, and same over here, you'll get majority of your LATAMs and GOL transport, some of the heavy LATAMs. I've added in this 747 from Aerolíneas, which you've probably seen in some of my other episodes. I mean, it can only just fit on there, so we're probably not going to be using anyone on Yankee if they're heavy, but we squeeze that in. I'm pretty sure they don't use that on this route, but I just really like that 7.4 because it's a 7.4-200. So I've used it there. That jet bridge probably needs fixing because that is glitched inside there, but never mind. You've got these Eros skies, which are pretty cool in terms of that. We've got the Arajet livery, which is a pretty cool one as well. More GOLs and LATAMs, and a few more Aerolíneas as well. Avianca in here as well. And then this is technically classed as Terminal 3 Remote, which is what I figured out after the last time. So I think anything that can't park in Terminal 3, which is over there, which is the international terminal, generally parks in here, and I'm guessing they bus them over to this section and then bus them into there. So we've got Copa in here, we've got Star Alliance Copa, some more Azules, which technically should be the Azul International, but you can't really differentiate it with this game, so they just copy across. We've got a nice Qatar in here, a few empty gates, which is always good, so we can get some arrivals in. Nice American, Iberia in a special livery, United, Aeromexico, another American. And then this is where it gets quite cool. So we have a Swiss, an Air China Dreamliner, which is cool, a BA350, a Delta 76, I think, and then we have the A380 Journey to the Future and a Lufthansa 747 in the retro livery, which Lufthansa do send the 747s still into this airport. Then we've got a Star Alliance Air Portugal, an A330-900 from ITA and an A350 from Turkish, so very, very nice. We have this I think it's called, yeah, Tiger Airlines, which comes from Angola. We have the Air Europa over here as well. Yeah, these are just, I've just generally kind of dropped these over here for stuff that can't park over there, but could technically fit into here, so I don't know why they're not parking in there. And then there is an American Airlines hangar over here and a LATAM hangar, so I just kind of thought we'd throw a couple of things over there. There is a catch-all on this part, but I don't think anything will be needing to park over this way. So that's quite a mix of stuff. I am just going to get a nice screenshot of this, because I think that is a very, very nice layout of stuff for a great view. Yeah, one hell of a lineup, isn't it, for this kind of airport? I'll zoom that as well. Yeah, very, very cool layout. So let's get started. What we're going to be doing in terms of movements, so we're going to leave it on 5 nautical miles for the arrivals, just because, yeah, obviously they're going to be vacating at Gulf, the majority of the stuff, so we'll have to get them across at Gulf. We don't really have these high speeds, so we're going to need the 5 nautical miles. But for arrivals, the arrivals are coming via Gulf, and we'll take them along Bravo. And then for departures will follow all the way along Alpha.
Argentina 82 kilo with information November, requesting push and start.
So yeah, arrivals, departures will go all the way along Alpha, which obviously we can then hold short of Yankee 6, Yankee 7 if we need to. For them airplanes, there's not really going to be anything coming out of there, so yeah, we'll take all of that. Yeah, technically we could depart off 28 left and get that, but I think with the amount of departures we've got compared to arrivals, we'll stick with using 28 right. So we'll start with this nice Aerolíneas 73, I think it is. Well, it's 73 max. Argentina 82 kilo, pushback approved, facing south.
Pushback approved, facing south. Argentina 82
Plenty
kilo.
of these heavies out. So when we played the New Design, well, my uplifted New Design, we got a few heavies, but I think having this with pretty much all the airlines in here, like you can see, Americans, United, Iberias, Europa, TIG, ITA, Lufthansa, Emirates, like these are all the airlines that fly throughout the day, but we just push them all, which is generally what I try to do with these schedules.
Land 26 Foxtrot, Quebec with information November, requesting push and start.
I don't know how it's distributed in terms of hours, minutes. It's very much all randomized. Arrivals are very, very heavy towards the start, but then we have nothing for like 10 minutes, and then very, very heavy again, and then nothing. So hopefully it's just a steady stream of arrivals. But yeah, there's a good like 30 arrivals that we've got to try and get in. We'll get this guy pushed. So American 87 Golf Heavy, pushback approved, facing south.
Pushback approved, facing south.
Time 35 Alpha Delta, pushback approved, facing south. 126 Foxtrot Quebec, pushback approved, facing south. I don't know if they use this call sign structure over in South America with their airlines, but I know this happens a lot in, I think the same with the American airlines and stuff. I think they just use numbers, but I like to use the combination of numbers and letters. It just makes it a little bit more authentic and stuff.
Got Mars ground. Ham 35 Alpha Delta with information November. Requesting push and start.
What I might do actually is I might send some of these smaller stuff along Bravo and use intersection Papa, because it's quite a long runway, is that? So yeah, we can probably use Papa. Okay, Argentina 82 kilo, runway 28 right at Papa via Bravo.
Runway 28 right.
And he'll come all the way down there, and we can take him to there. If we do need to continue in full length, we can just do that as well. But I think, yeah, let's use Bravo for that. Got to keep an eye on our arrivals as well. Papa 12 Whiskey, pushback approved, facing east. They're both pushed. Ham 41 Golf, pushback approved, facing south.
Pushback approved, facing east. Quarter 12 Whiskey.
They should exit at Golf, these arrivals, so line 10, that's one, yeah. Line 10 Hotel Oscar, runway 28 left, clear to land. If we don't have an issue with anything, what we can do is bring the arrivals in on 28 right and take our departures to 8 left. I don't actually know how to do that in real life. I am going to quickly just check to see what they're operating right now. So right now, yeah, they just operate, and they operate the other way around. The generally just use 10 right for arrivals and 10 left for their departures. Okay, American 87 Golf Heavy, runway 28 right via Alpha.
Runway 28 right via Alpha. American 87 Golf Heavy.
35 Alpha Delta, runway 28 right at Papa via Alpha. India Bravo.
Runway 28 right at Papa via Alpha. India Bravo.
Land 26 Foxtrot Quebec, taxi to the intersection of Bravo and India via Golf Bravo.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of Taxiway Bravo and India via Golf Bravo.
United 160 heavy pushback approved, facing south. Quite involved to see the 380s and 74 go out, because they will rotate like right in front of us here as well, which is pretty cool. Papa 12 Whiskey, taxi to the intersection of Juliet and Alpha via Yankee.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of Taxiway Juliet and Alpha via Yankee.
Sam 32 Papa Delta heavy pushback approved, facing south. Sam 41 Golf, taxi to the intersection of Juliet and Alpha via Yankee. Sending down that way as well.
Facing south. Tam 32 Papa Delta heavy.
He's going to push. American 80 Alpha Delta heavy pushback approved, facing south. I just have to keep an eye on arrivals just to make sure that everything is going to arrive. I'm hoping we do, because we get the last two arrivals, the last three arrivals, or probably, sorry, the end of the video, the last like 6 or so arrivals are all very, we get a lot of heavies arrive basically during this video. Pretty cool. He's going to go that way. Golf Transport 901 Romeo, pushback approved, facing south.
Pushback approved, facing south. Golf Transport 901
And
Romeo.
for departures we can switch to here. But again, I don't really need to worry too much about that right now.
Wirral has ground. Golf Transport 901 Romeo with information November, requesting push and start.
So he's going to go to here. He's going to go along Bravo, okay. Land 26 Foxtrot Quebec, runway 28 right at Papa via Bravo.
Runway 28 right at Papa via Bravo. Land 26 Foxtrot Quebec.
Okay, we'll keep him moving.
Ground. United 16 Sierra heavy ready to taxi.
He's pushing. I think that is just land cargo. It's TAM cargo, not land cargo. That's where I put him in wrong. It's TAM cargo. I was meant to put land cargo in the schedule. We'll use this, it's fine. TAM cargo 96 Bravo heavy pushback approved, facing south.
Pushback approved, facing south.
Argentina 82 kilo, runway 28 right, line up and wet. Have a look at our first one here.
Argentina 2 kilo.
There's some good cameras set up.
Cross ground. Cam 3 to Papa Delta Heavy ready to taxi.
Papa 12 Whiskey, runway 28 right at Papa via Bravo. Sam 41 Golf, runway 28 right via Alpha. And I'm going to send him 4 lengths because he is a 321 Neo.
Runway 28 right at Papa via Bravo. Quarter 12 with
There's our first arrival. Should come off at Golf. And yeah, if we ran at 3 nautical miles, we would have no chance unless we took them off to the left. But that's fine.
Roll transport 901 Romeo ready to taxi.
Sam 3-2 Papa Delta Heavy taxi to the intersection of Bravo and Juliet via Bravo.
Taxi and hold at the
Roll
intersection.
transport 901 Romeo taxi to the intersection of India and Alpha. Argentina 82 Kilo, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. As a late 1 Echo, runway 28 left, cleared to land. Land 10 Hotel Oscar, taxi to the intersection of Golf and Yankee.
Runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff on reaching altitude
United
1000.
160 Heavy, runway 28 right via Alpha. American 80 Alpha Delta Heavy, runway 28 right via Alpha. Air China 21 India Lima Heavy, pushback approved, facing south. American 87 Golf Heavy, runway 28 right, line up and width. Here's our nice American Dreamliner.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of Taxiway Golf and Yankee.
Cargo 96 Bravo Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Yankee 2 and Yankee. And then open out.
Runway 28 right, via Alpha. United 160
Gold Transport 901 Romeo. It's coming on there, that's fine. Gold Transport 901 Romeo. Runway 28 right at Papa via Bravo. Land 10 Hotel Oscar, taxi to terminal via Yankee.
Pushback approved facing south. Air China 2
American 87 Golf Heavy, runway 28 left. No. American 87 Golf Heavy, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Okay, they don't seem to hold, so I'm going to wait until they get to the holding point. Gold Transport 37 Romeo Kilo, runway 28 left, cleared to land. Who's next?
Taxi and hold at the intersection.
Sam 35 Alpha Delta, runway 28 right, line up and wait.
Runway 28 right at Papa via Bravo. Gold Transport 901 Romeo.
Qatari 52 Bravo Quebec Heavy, pushback approved, facing south.
Taxi to terminal via Yankee. Land 10 Hotel Oscar.
Air China 21 India Lima Heavy, pushback approved, facing south.
Runway 28 right.
There's a late 1 Echo. Taxi to terminal via Golf.
American 87 Golf Heavy.
Runway 28
Let's see if it just crosses his way himself again.
Gold Transport 37 Romeo Kilo. Runway 28 right. Line up and wait. Ham 35 Alpha Delta. Pushback approved facing south. Qatari 52 Bravo Quebec Heavy.
Here goes the American.
Negative. In not a
There's a late 1 Echo, cross runway 28 right.
Taxi to via Golf.
There's a late 1 Echo, taxi to terminal via Golf Alpha. I want him to go that way.
Cross runway 28 right.
Sam 32 Papa Delta Heavy, runway 28 right to via Bravo, hold short of Papa. I'll get him in line that way. Okay, what is it? Air China 21 India Lima Heavy. Pull back to the gates. Beaver 85 Tango Tango Heavy, pushback approved, facing south. We're going to wait for him to come in. Our Jet 54 Lima. I don't know what their actual call sign is. Dominican 54 Lima, pushback approved, facing east. Okay, next departure. Sam 35 Alpha Delta, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Land 26 Foxtrot Quebec, runway 28 right, line up and wait.
Pushback approved facing east.
Land Cargo 96 Bravo Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Alpha and Yankee 6. Ham Cargo 96 Bravo Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Alpha and Yankee 5 via Alpha. Nope.
Runway 28 right.
Palm cargo 96 Bravo Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Alpha and Juliet via Alpha.
Ham 35 Alpha Delta. Runway 28 right. Line up
Palm
and
cargo
wait.
96
Land
Bravo Heavy,
26 Foxtrot, Quebec.
taxi to the intersection of Alpha and Juliet via Golf Alpha. That's the way I want you to go.
Intersection not found. Tam cargo 96 Bravo Heavy.
Okay, he's coming in here. There's Tom.
Taxi hold at the intersection of taxiway
Great
Alpha
view of the
and Juliet
departures
via
there.
Alpha. Tam
Line
cargo
26
96
Foxtrot,
Bravo
Quebec,
Heavy.
runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Tam 41 Golf, runway 28 right, line up and wait.
Taxi hold at the intersection of taxiway Alpha and Juliet via Golf.
Avianca
Alpha.
51 Golf
Tam
November,
cargo
pushback
96
approved,
Bravo
facing south. Qatari 52 Bravo Quebec, taxi to the intersection of Alpha and Juliet via Yankee Golf Alpha.
Runway 28 right.
Qatari 52 Bravo Quebec Heavy,
On reaching altitude 1000.
taxi to the
contact departure.
intersection of
Land
Alpha
26
and
Foxtrot,
India
Quebec.
via Yankee Golf Alpha. Go.
Runway 28 right. Line
Delta
up and
46
wait.
Quebec Papa
Tam
Heavy,
41
runway
Golf.
28 left, clear to land. River 85 Tango Tango Heavy, runway 28 right via Alpha. Iberia 908 Echo Delta Heavy, pushback approved, facing south. Tam 41 Golf, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Golf 12 Whiskey, runway 28 right, line up and wait. Golf Transport 37 Romeo Kilo, taxi to the intersection of Bravo and Golf.
Pushback approved facing south. Avianca 51 Golf November.
Line 90 Quebec, pushback approved, facing south. Dominican 54 Lima, runway 28 right at Papa via India Bravo.
Negative. I'm departure. Qatari 52 Bravo Quebec.
Palm cargo 96 Bravo Heavy, runway 28 right via Alpha.
Taxi and
Air
hold the
China
intersection of
21 India
taxiway
Lima
Alpha
Heavy,
and
pushback
India
approved,
via
expect
Yankee
runway 28
Golf
right.
Alpha. Qatari 52
See if he
Bravo
pushes
Quebec
back this time.
Runway
Copper
28
12 Whiskey, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. United 160 Heavy, runway 28 right, line up and wait. Yeah, they can definitely take Papa because you can see how early they're getting up, these guys. So, plenty of leeway with that. Okay, Avianca 51 Golf November, runway 28 right at Papa via Bravo. Avianca 51 Golf November, runway 28 right at Papa via Bravo.
Runway
It's pushing
28
back
right.
now.
Cleared for immediate takeoff on reaching altitude 1000. Contact departure.
Just quickly
Tam
check
41
these
Golf.
arrivals. So the Delta, that is, we're looking pretty much on time for everything right now. So
Go Transport 37 Romeo Kilo.
we'll get the goal across. Goal Transport 37 Romeo Kilo across runway 28 right. Goal Transport 37 Romeo Kilo taxi to terminal via Golf Alpha India.
Pushback approved facing south. Land 90 Quebec.
Okay. Iberia 908 Echo Delta Heavy, runway 28 right via Alpha.
American 54 Lima. Runway 28 right via Alpha. Tam cargo 96 Bravo Heavy.
Okay. United 160 Heavy, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. American 86 Alpha Delta Heavy, runway 28 right, line up and wait. Tam 32 Papa Delta Heavy, continue taxi.
Pushback approved expect runway 28 right. Air China 21 India.
Qatari 52 Bravo Quebec Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Alpha and Yankee 5. No, don't like that. Qatari 52 Bravo Quebec Heavy, runway 28 right via Alpha, hold short of Juliet. Air China 21 India Lima Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Yankee 6 and Alpha via Yankee 6. And doesn't like that. Air China 21 India Lima Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Yankee 6 and Alpha.
Runway 28 right. Line up and wait. United 16 Heavy.
Delta's touched down, so hopefully he gets off at Golf as well.
Avianca 51 Golf
Come
November.
down here. Land 90 Quebec, taxi to the intersection of Bravo and Juliet via Golf Bravo.
Cross runway 28
There's a
right.
United.
Go transport
You get a
37
beautiful
right.
view here of that rotation.
Taxi to terminal via Golf.
American 80 Alpha Delta Heavy, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Down 32 Papa Delta Heavy, runway 28 right, line up and wet. Okay, they're all moving, they're all moving, they're all moving.
Aviation 908 Echo
As
Delta
60
Heavy.
Juliet Hotel, runway 28 left, cleared to land. Channel 21 India Lima Heavy, runway 28 right via Alpha. Delta 46 Quebec Papa Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Alpha and Hotel via Golf Alpha.
Runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff on reaching altitude 1000.
Qatari 52 Bravo Quebec Heavy, continue
91
taxi.
Sierra Heavy.
A nice little
Runway
queue
28
going
right,
up.
line up and wait. American 80 Alpha Delta Heavy.
Continue taxi. Tam 3 to Papa Delta Heavy. Negative. Unknown command. Qatari 52 Bravo Quebec Heavy. Runway 28 right via Alpha.
So that's the
Hold short
next
at taxiway
departure
Juliet.
done. So we've got the
Qatari
next one
52
going as
Bravo
well.
Quebec Heavy.
Tam 32 Papa Delta Heavy, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. These BA 350s are so nice.
Negative. Unknown command. Air China 2.
Oh, there is a little apron here, we've not used that, but I don't know why we need to use that for today. Road Transport 901 Romeo, runway 28 right, line up and wet. Yeah, when I was making this, I was planning on making it a little bit busier, so like 95, 100 movements. But I thought, let's keep it pretty chilled. Put everything that we want in it, and then obviously we can get some TAMs and LATAMs and stuff like that. I think we've got a good mix of everything, so yeah, pretty cool.
Alpha Delta Heavy.
Runway 28 right, line up and wait. Tam 3 to Papa Delta Heavy. Runway 28 left, clear to land. Azul 60 Juliet Hotel.
So the next one
Runway
is
28 right,
going.
via Alpha. Air China 21 India Lima Heavy. Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway Alpha and Hotel.
He's
via
up early,
Golf
isn't he?
Alpha. Delta 46 Quebec
Delta
Papa.
46 Quebec Papa Heavy, crash runway 28 right.
Continue taxi. Qatari 52 Bravo Quebec Heavy.
There's the next landing.
Runway 28
Argentina
right,
20 Golf,
clear
runway
for
28
immediate
left,
takeoff
clear to land.
Reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Tam 3
A
to
nice
Papa Delta
KLM
Heavy.
coming in. I think that is the special livery
Runway
that I
28
put in.
right, line up and wait. Go transport
Land
901
90
Romeo.
Quebec, runway 28 right at Papa via Bravo.
Cross runway 28 right. Delta 46 Quebec Papa Heavy.
Okay.
Runway 28 left. clear
Delta
to
46
land.
Quebec Papa Heavy,
Argentina
taxi
20
to
Golf.
terminal via Alpha. I think he's... Oh, he's coming in here,
Runway
that's
28
fine.
right at Parker via Bravo. Landliners
Gold Transport 901 Romeo, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Dominican 54 Lima, runway 28 right, line up and wet.
Taxi
Azul
terminal
60
via
Juliet
Alpha.
Hotel.
Delta 46 Quebec
Taxi to
Papa.
terminal via Golf Alpha.
Runway 28 right.
Copper 540
clear for immediate
Whiskey
takeoff.
Lima,
On
pushback
reaching
approved, facing
altitude
south.
1000, contact departure. Go transport 901 Romeo.
Runway 28 right, line up and wait. Dominican 54 Lima.
Taxi to terminal via Golf Alpha. Azul 60 Juliet Hotel. Pushback approved, facing south. Copper 50 Whiskey Lima.
Okay,
Guarulhos
one's
ground.
going
Cargo
down.
96 Bravo Heavy ready to taxi.
We'll get Azul across in a
Guarulhos
second.
Tower. Delta 46 Quebec Papa Heavy on final to 8 left. Guarulhos ground. Qatari 52 Bravo Quebec Heavy ready to taxi.
Guarulhos ground. Dominican 54 Lima ready for taxi.
Guarulhos ground. Speedbird 85 Tango Tango Heavy ready to taxi.
Azul 60 Juliet Hotel, cross runway 28 right.
Cross runway 28 right. Azul 60 Juliet Hotel.
KLM 73 Uniform Heavy, runway 28 to left, clear to land. He's coming in here as well, so we'll get a great view of
Runway
that.
28 left, clear to land. KLM 73 Uniform Heavy.
Okay, he's down.
Guarulhos Tower. Azul 60 Juliet Hotel.
Dominican 54 Lima, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Avianca 51 Golf November, runway 28 right, line up and wait.
Runway 28 right, clear for immediate takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000.
And he's
Contact
coming
departure.
off. So,
Dominican 54 Lima.
got a few more departures ready to go in a few
Runway
minutes.
28 right. Line up and wait. Avianca 51 Golf November.
We're running about 4 minutes behind on the arrivals, so we should get all of these arrivals in, because we do have a little bit of a gap once we get to Yeah,
Course ground.
probably not really. There's only like 3 more arrivals in the next 10 minutes. Towards the end of the video, there's some very, very cool arrivals, so I'm hoping that we get to see all of them.
Air China 21 India Lima Heavy ready to taxi.
Argentina 20 Golf, taxi to the intersection of Alpha and India via Golf Alpha. Avianca 51 Golf November, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Plenty of heavies here ready to go. Speedbird 85 Tango Tango Heavy, runway 28 right, line up and wait.
Contact departure. Avianca 51 Golf November.
Papa 50 Whiskey Lima, runway 28 right, at Papa via India Bravo. We got the Azul coming down here. He's going to park with the rest of the Azuls by the looks of it. He's got his nose cone open, so we should see that 74 go soon.
Host Tower, United 41 Golf X-ray heavy on final 28 left.
Too good, ready to go. Got a United and then Emirates cargo coming in. So there's plenty of heavy stuff coming in here.
Guarulhos host ground, Qatari 52 Bravo Quebec heavy with information November, requesting push and start.
Argentina 20 Golf, cross runway 28 right. Getting across for now.
Cross runway 28 right, Argentina 20 Golf.
Yeah, not too much happening in the airplanes right now. Everything seems to be done. We've still got all these guys to go out as well, so plenty of stuff still to go. I think we had a look at this last time. Modeled quite well in terms of the interiors.
Host ground, Speedbird 85
Like this, you can see where the gates and stuff are. Like, some beautiful views. Speedbird 5 and Speedbird 85 Tango Tango Heavy, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Speedbird 85 Tango Tango Heavy, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Tam Cargo 96 Bravo Heavy, runway 28 right, line up and wait. Here's the Argentina.
Speedbird 85 Tango Tango Heavy.
He's going in that terminal. Argentina 79 X-ray Whiskey Heavy, pushback approved, facing east. There's KLM, which is the special orange livery, it's pretty cool. United 41 Golf X-ray Heavy, runway 28 left, clear to land. And here we have another 747. Lufthansa 92 X-ray Uniform Heavy, pushback approved, facing south. I mean, I bet there's a great view that we can get from down here. Let me try and see if we can get one from in here, maybe. Yeah, let's grab a great screenshot of that right now. Okay, there goes the Speedbird. Tam Cargo 96 Bravo Heavy, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Iberia 988 Echo Delta Heavy, runway 28 right, line up and wait. Argentina 20 Golf, taxi to terminal. KLM 73 Uniform Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Bravo and Juliet via Golf Bravo.
Runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff on reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Tam Cargo 96 Bravo Heavy.
A great view of a 747. So cool that 747 from Lufthansa.
Taxi to terminal. Argentina 20 Golf.
So the Emirates cargo that's arriving has an estimated time of 11:19, which right now it's 11:27, so we're a little bit behind on the arrivals. But I suppose at the end we can probably just open up both runways if needed to get the last few in. It should be rotating anytime about now. It's quite a long runway, isn't it? KLM 73 Uniform Heavy, cross runway 28 right. Argentina 79 X-ray Whiskey Heavy, runway 28 right via Hotel Alpha. Going straight onto Alpha. Argentina 37 Hotel Echo, pushback approved, facing east. Azul 82 Zulu Alpha, pushback approved, facing south. Comes the United in the Star Alliance livery. Get a great view of the landings from this position. Iberia 988 Echo Delta Heavy, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Via China 21 India Lima Heavy, runway 28 right, line up and wet.
Pushback approved facing south.
Okay.
Zulu 2 Zulu
Lufthansa 902 X-ray uniform heavy taxi to the intersection of Yankee 6 and Alpha. We're going straight ahead for now. May even fit past all these guys. He's probably going to crash into the Emirates, which is why they have the these orange and blue lines.
Line up and wait. Air China 21 India Lima Heavy.
Probably just missing actually.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxi with Yankee 6. Now, Lufthansa 902
I mean they've measured that absolutely perfectly, haven't they?
tolerance ground. Lufthansa 902 unit for heavy ready to taxi.
Yeah, that's a great view of all three of them. The next landing can go.
Final 28 left.
Emirates Cargo 43 Alpha Heavy, runway 28 to left, clear to land. I was meant to switch that to just on
Runway
that.
28
but-
left.
Are
Clear
they?
to land. Emirates 43 Alpha Heavy.
There's the Iberia. Air China 21 Lima Heavy. Air China 21 India Lima Heavy, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Land 90 Quebec, runway 28 right, line up and wet.
Runway 28 right.
Great
Cleared
view
for
of them
immediate
two
takeoff
guys there
on
as
reaching
well.
altitude 1000. Contact departure. Air China 21 India Lima Heavy.
Okay, KLM 73 uniform heavy taxi to terminal via Juliet. KLM 73 uniform heavy taxi to terminal via Juliet. United 41 Golf X-ray heavy taxi to the intersection of Bravo and Juliet via Bravo. I don't know what that intersection actually
Runway
is
28
with Yankee 6.
Line up and
It's
wait.
just Yankee 6 all the way
Landliner
down.
0
And,
Quebec.
okay, Argentina 37 Hotel Echo, runway 28 right at Papa via Yankee Juliet Bravo.
Taxi to terminal.
Lufthansa 902 X-ray uniform heavy, runway 28 right via Alpha. United 41 Golf X-ray heavy cross, runway 28 right.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway Bravo and Juliet via Bravo.
I didn't realise it was going down
41
that
Golf
way.
X-ray heavy. Runway 28 right at Papa.
Okay.
Yankee.
Aero Mexico
Juliet,
98
Bravo.
Romeo heavy, pushback approved facing
Argentina
south.
Hotel Echo.
He's going on that side, which is somewhere
Runway
down
28
here.
right. Via Alpha. Lufthansa 902 X-ray unit for
Yeah, he's across, we just have to wait a minute for the
Cross runway
thing.
28 right. United 41
I
Golf X-ray
can't
heavy.
remember the call sign for that. Aero Sky 90 Foxtrot Papa, pushback approved facing south. Mate 4 Uniform Juliet, pushback approved facing south. As a late 2 Zulu Alpha taxi to the intersection of Golf and Alpha via Alpha. In that way.
Pushback approved
Land
facing
90
south.
Quebec, runway 28 right,
50
cleared for immediate
Foxtrot
takeoff
Papa.
upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Upper 50 Whiskey Lima, runway 28 right, line up and wet. He should be pushing.
Command property error.
Aero Mexico,
Having
98 Romeo
Juliet.
heavy, pushback approved, facing south. We do have the
Taxi to
Delta,
hold
but
at
we
the
have to
intersection
wait.
of taxiway
Yeah.
Golf and Alpha
Argentina
via
37 Hotel Echo,
Alpha.
runway
Zulu
2.
Alpha.
Yeah, he's going that way, that's fine. United's going to hold short of
Runway
Juliet.
28 right. Cleared for immediate takeoff on reaching altitude
Okay.
1000. Contact departure. Landliner 0
Got
Quebec.
Emirates Cargo touching down.
Runway 28
Ethiopian
right, line up
23
and
November
wait.
heavy, runway 28
50
left,
Whiskey
cleared to
Lima.
land. Plenty of aircraft moving.
Facing south. Aero Mexico 98 Romeo heavy.
Azul 82 Zulu Alpha, runway 28 right at Papa via Bravo.
Negative. Unknown command.
Giant
Argentina
54 kilo
37
heavy,
Hotel
pushback
Echo.
approved, facing south. Probably have to bring the Emirates Cargo in that way, yeah, and hold him short of
Runway
Yankee
28 right.
2 maybe.
Papa via Bravo. Zulu
There goes that
20 Alpha.
departure. Copper 50 Whiskey Lima, runway 28 right, cleared for... Copper 50 Whiskey Lima, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Qatari 52 Bravo Quebec, heavy runway 28 right, line up and wet. Emirates Cargo 43 Alpha, heavy taxi to the intersection of Golf and Yankee 2 via Golf. Emirates Cargo 43 Alpha, heavy taxi to the intersection of Golf and...
Pushback approved facing south.
Emirates Cargo 43 Alpha Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Yankee and Yankee 2 via Golf. That's the way.
Runway 28 right. Cleared for immediate takeoff on reaching altitude 1000. Contact departure.
Where's United
Papa 50
going?
Whiskey Lima.
Going in
Runway
there,
28
okay.
right. Line up and
United
wait.
41 Golf
Qatari
X-ray Heavy
52
taxi
Bravo
to
Quebec
terminal via Bravo. Take him in that way.
Negative. intersection not found.
Qatari 52 Bravo
Emirates
Quebec
43
Heavy,
Alpha
runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. 274 is back to back.
Taxi and hold at the
Argentina
intersection.
79
Taxiway
X-ray
Yankee
Whiskey
and
Heavy, runway
Yankee
28 right,
5
gone up and
Alpha.
wet.
Emirates 43 Alpha Heavy.
Taxi to terminal via Bravo. United
Beautiful view of the 74.
Runway 28 right.
Okay,
Cleared
they're
for
going that
immediate
way.
takeoff on reaching
Cam
altitude
84
1000.
Uniform Juliet,
Contact
pushback
departure.
approved, facing
Qatari
south.
52 Bravo Quebec Heavy.
Aero Sky 90 Foxtrot Papa, taxi to the intersection of Bravo and Juliet via Bravo.
Runway 28 right. Line up and wait. Argentina 79 X-ray Whiskey
He's
Heavy.
coming in there, okay. Delta
Pushback
50
facing
Whiskey
south.
Heavy, pushback
Cabin for
approved,
Uniform
facing
Juliet.
south. There's our next touchdown, which
Taxi
is
and
an
hold at the intersection
Ethiopian.
of Taxiway Bravo and Juliet. Bravo.
Okay.
Aeros
Aero
50
Mexico
Fox
98
Papa.
Romeo Heavy, runway 28 right via Alpha. Emirates Cargo 43 Alpha Heavy, cross runway 28 right. We are going to push him, but he's just going to have to
Pushback
wait.
approved. Facing south. Delta 50 Whiskey Heavy.
Come on, Emirates, hurry up.
Runway 28 right. Via Alpha. Aero Mexico 98 Romeo Heavy.
Avianca 93 Kilo Juliet Heavy, runway 28 to left, clear to land. American 13 Echo Heavy, pushback approved, expect runway 28 right. No idea how he's actually going to push.
Cross runway 28 right. Emirates 43 Alpha
Fine.
Heavy. Runway 28 left. Clear to land. Avianca
Gonna look
93
at this
Kilo
double
Juliet.
747 action now.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 28 right. American 13 Echo Heavy.
Guarulhos ground.
Argentina 79 X-ray Whiskey
Taxi.
Heavy, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway 28 right.
Let's have a quick look at the arrivals. So the Qatari that's coming in is about 10-15 minutes late, so yeah, might be struggling on the arrivals here. Probably better off using the 10s and running 10 right on 3 nautical miles, but it is what it is. Giant 54 Kilo Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Golf and Alpha via Golf. Nope. No. Giant 54 Kilo Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Golf and Alpha via Alpha. That's the way I want you to go.
Intersection of Taxiway Golf and Alpha via Golf. Giant 54.
Ethiopian 23 November Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Golf and Alpha. He's just coming into here, so that's fine.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of Taxiway Golf and
Left
Alpha
under 92
via Alpha.
X-ray Uniform Heavy,
Giant
runway
54
28 right, gone up and wet. Delta 50 Whiskey Heavy, runway 28 right via Alpha. He goes to 74. Ethiopian 23 November Heavy, runway 28. One second. Ethiopian 23 November Heavy, cross runway 28 right. Wow, he's struggling to climb there.
Runway 28 right.
Wow.
Line up and wait. With Thames 902 terrain unit prepared.
That is crazy. Emirates Cargo 43 Alpha Heavy, taxi to terminal via Yankee. No. Emirates Cargo 43 Alpha Heavy, hold position. Emirates Cargo 43 Alpha Heavy, taxi to terminal via Yankee to Yankee.
Runway 28 right. Via Alpha.
Why has he
Delta
gone that
50
way?
Whiskey Heavy.
Emirates Cargo 43 Alpha Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Yankee and Yankee 3 via Yankee. I don't know why he's gone that way.
Cross runway 28 right.
Okay.
Ethiopian 23
Emirates Cargo 43 Alpha Heavy, taxi to terminal via Yankee 1 via Yankee. Emirates Cargo 43 Alpha Heavy, hold position. Emirates Cargo 43 Alpha Heavy, taxi to terminal via Yankee 1 via Yankee. No. Emirates Cargo 43 Alpha Heavy, continue taxi. He's just going to have to go there for now. We have a little bit of an issue with
Taxi
him.
to terminal via Yankee.
Okay,
Emirates 43
Avianca
Alpha
47 November Oscar, runway 28 to left, clear to land. Lufthansa 92 X-ray Uniform Heavy, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. American 13 Echo Heavy, runway 28 right via Alpha. Avianca 93 Kilo Juliet Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Golf and Alpha.
Hold
Okay.
position.
Ethiopian
Emirates
23
43
November
Alpha
Heavy, taxi to terminal via Alpha. No. Ethiopian 23 November Heavy, taxi to terminal via Yankee. That's the way I want you to go,
Taxi
please.
to terminal via
All transport
Yankee
22 X-ray, pushback approved, facing south.
Emirates 43 Alpha Heavy.
We'll get this next one lined up.
Taxi and hold at the
Argentina
intersection
37
of
Hotel
Taxiway
Echo,
Yankee
runway 28 right,
Yankee
gone up and wet.
via Yankee.
43 Alpha Heavy.
Emirates Cargo 43, he's going to have to wait. Giant 54 Kilo Heavy, runway 28 right via Alpha. Get this guy going past first.
Duplicated command.
You stay there, you.
43 Alpha Heavy.
Tam 84 Oscar Delta, pushback approved, facing south. Tam 84 Uniform Juliet. He's just going to have to wait until we get the next guys in.
Hold position.
Avianca 93 Kilo Juliet, heavy cross runway 28 right. And that's your difference between a 74200 and a 74800. He actually climbs. Okay, next landing. Qatari 46 Quebec heavy, runway 28 to left, clear to land. Swiss 69 Whiskey heavy, pushback approved, facing south. They're all pushing, they're all pushing. He's going to park there. Emirates Cargo 43 Alpha heavy, taxi to terminal via Alpha.
Runway 28 left, clear to land.
He's going to hold short of Alpha. Avianca 93 Kilo Juliet heavy. Avianca 93 Kilo Juliet heavy. Alright, he's going to hold short of Alpha, don't matter. Okay. Argentina 37 Hotel Echo, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Azul 820 Alpha, runway 28 right, line up and wait. Avianca 47 November Oscar, taxi to the intersection of Golf and Alpha.
Runway 28 right, via Alpha. American 13 Echo Heavy.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway Golf and Alpha.
Tam 84 Oscar Delta. He's not ready yet. All transport 22 X-ray, runway 28 right at Papa via Bravo. Aero Sky 90 Foxtrot Papa, runway 28 right at Papa via Bravo. Tam 84 Oscar Delta, taxi to the intersection of Bravo and India via Bravo.
Taxi to terminal via Alpha.
Yeah.
Ethiopian 23 November heavy.
Azul 82 Zulu Alpha, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Aero Mexico 908 Romeo Heavy, runway 28 right, line up and wait. Emirates 45 Foxtrot Super, pushback approved, facing south. Delta 23 Oscar, pushback approved, facing south. Avianca 93 Kilo Juliet Heavy, taxi to terminal via Alpha. Tam 84 Uniform Juliet, runway 28 right at Papa via Golf Bravo.
Taxi to terminal.
Golf Transport 88 Uniform Papa, pushback approved, facing south. The 6 Dana Whiskey Heavy, runway 28 right via Alpha. Aero Mexico 908 Romeo Heavy, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. American 13 Echo Heavy, runway 28 right, line up and wait.
Pushback approved, facing south. Gold transport 22 X-ray.
Tam 84 Oscar Delta, runway 28 right at Papa via Bravo. Tam 3 Delta Heavy, pushback approved, facing south. Azul 4 Whiskey, pushback approved, facing south.
Runway 28 right.
And Qatari 350 over there.
37 Hotel Echo.
Runway 28 right, via Alpha. Giant 54 Kilo Heavy.
There's a beautiful Emirates.
Pushback approved,
I thought I'd
facing
mix things
south.
up with the Emirates
Tam
liveries.
84
I've not
Oscar
seen the
Delta.
Journey one for ages. There is a few other ones on the schedule throughout the hours as well. They're all special liveries, I think. Qatari 61 November Heavy, pushback approved, facing south. Got more Qataris.
Pushback approved, facing south. Swiss 69 Whiskey Heavy.
Avianca 47 November Oscar, cross runway 28 right. We'll let him across for now.
Taxi to terminal via Alpha.
While Qatari touches down. Lufthansa 62 Sierra Heavy, runway 28 left, clear to land. Unfortunately, this one isn't a 747, it's an A350-900. They do operate two, so they operate from Frankfurt at 74 and Munich they operate the 350, which is why we have both in this hour.
Runway 28 right.
American 13 Echo Heavy, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 50 Whiskey Heavy, runway 28 right, line up and wait. Avianca 47 November Oscar, taxi to terminal via Alpha, hold short of India. Delta 23 Oscar, runway 28 right at Papa via Bravo.
Avianca 47 November Oscar.
Emirates 45 Foxtrot Super, runway 28 right via Alpha.
Runway 28 right, at the park, via Bravo. Golf
Qatari 46 Quebec Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Bravo and Juliet via Bravo. Bring him down there for
Runway
now.
28 right at Papa 5 Bravo. Arrows Liner 05.
Trans 3 Delta Heavy, runway 28 right via Alpha. All Transport 88 Uniform Papa, runway 28 right at Papa via Bravo. Brazil 4 Whiskey, taxi to the intersection of Alpha and Golf via Alpha. Delta 50 Whiskey Heavy, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Aero Sky 90 Foxtrot Papa, runway 28 right, gone up on wets. A little bit of a queue again.
Taxi, I hold at the intersection of Taxiway Bravo and India via Bravo.
Aviation 47 November Oscar, hold short of Quebec. Get him straight in here if you can.
Runway 28
Aviation
right.
47 November Oscar, continue
Upon
taxi.
reaching altitude 1000. Contact departure. Azul 8 to Zulu Alpha.
We've got these two guys coming down here.
Runway 28 right. Line up and wait. Aero Mexico
I'm
98
hoping by
radio
the time he gets down there we can get him across.
Pushback approved facing south. Emirates 45 Foxtrot Super.
Air Portugal 53 Mike Uniform Heavy, pushback approved, facing south. I'm going to get Qatari across once he's gone past. Qatari is going to follow him along Bravo, which is fine. There's a Delta, he's rotating very early.
Pushback approved facing south.
Qatari 46 Quebec Heavy, cross runway 28 right. So he's going to come along Bravo.
Runway 28 right via Alpha.
Qatari is going to have to wait because we've got Tam coming down.
Runway 28 right.
Emirates is going to make a short turn on Alpha.
1000. Contact departure. Aero Mexico 98
Okay,
radio heavy.
Qatari 64 November Heavy, runway 28 right via Alpha. Yeah, this is where this game has a little bit of restriction because there's a lot of airports that have these where they have like either east, west or orange and blue lines. And obviously the heavies generally push onto the middle line, and then the smaller planes usually, as you can see it says max span 36. They're generally like a 747 or an A320. But again, it's just the way that the game is, unfortunately. Azul 4 Whiskey, runway 28 right at Papa via Bravo. Next landing, Tam 56 Mike Quebec, heavy runway 28 left, clear to land. Aero Sky 90 Foxtrot Papa, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. And the next one is Gold Transport 22 X-ray, runway 28 right, gone up on wet. Another 747, plenty of 747s in this video, isn't there? Which I didn't even realise. There's all 32 Foxtrot, pushback approved, facing south. So we're like 46 in, and we've still got, let's go like 5, 10, probably about another 20 arrivals. Probably still got about another 20 departures to be honest, but you can get departures out a lot quicker than the arrivals. Okay, Growth Panther 62 Sierra Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Alpha and Juliet via Alpha. Qatari 46 Quebec Heavy, taxi to terminal. Qatari 46 Quebec Heavy, taxi to terminal via Juliet.
Runway 28 right at Papa.
Gold Transport 22 X-ray, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Town Mate 4 Oscar Delta, runway 28 right, line up on wet. Anyone waiting for push? I've got Air Portugal here. Air Portugal 53 Mike Uniform Heavy, runway 28 right via Alpha.
Runway 28 right via Alpha.
Qatari, this is very much going to use this Terminal 3 today, isn't it?
Runway 28 right at Papa via Bravo. Gold Transport 88 Uniform Papa.
Lufthansa's going to come down
Taxi
here.
and hold at the intersection of Taxiway Alpha and Golf via Alpha.
There's another Tam which is in an old,
Runway 28 right.
a different
Clear for
livery.
immediate takeoff on reaching altitude
Must be their old
1000.
livery before they got took over by Latam, I'm guessing.
Runway 28 right. Line up and wait. Arrows Liner 05.
Lufthansa 62 Sierra Heavy, crash runway 28 right. There's all 32 Foxtrot, runway 28 right at Papa via Yankee Juliet Bravo. I'm going to send him that way just to avoid any issues. Next arrival is on square.
Pushback approved facing south. Air Portugal 53 Mike Uniform Heavy.
Cross runway 28 right. Qatari 46
Tom is going to do that's fine. Azul 540, runway 28 left, clear to land. Tam 84 Oscar Delta, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. And we'll get the Giant going up front. Giant 5-4 kilo heavy, runway 28 right, going up and west.
November heavy. Runway 28 right at Parker, via Bravo. Azul 4 whiskey.
Runway 28 left. Clear to left. 1056 Mike, Quebec heavy.
Cool.
Runway 28 right.
This has been extremely fun so far. We've probably got about another 20-30 minutes that we need to keep stuff moving. Gold Transport 96 Oscar, pushback approved facing south. This is the exact reason why I've only loaded the 1 hour in, because this is the main hour in the schedule. Again, I've not played this yet. This is the first time I'm playing the schedule.
Pushback approved facing south.
So it's very much me testing it while playing it, so obviously showcase to you.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of Taxiway Alpha and Juliet by Alpha.
Giants 5-4 kilo heavy, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. We're 6-9 whiskey heavy, runway 28 right, going up and west.
Taxi to terminal via Juliet.
5-6 Mike Quebec heavy, taxi to terminal via Golf. It's just straight in. Easy enough.
On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Trying to think of what else we've got. We've got the Europa, which should go, which is going to. You got the Tag, which I think should go. Turkish and Italy as well should probably go. They're still in the schedule. Turkish is the.
Runway 28 right.
Yeah, Italo, Ita goes right at the end, and the Tag also goes right at the end.
Runway
Is
28
it going to rotate early or is it going to rotate later? It's probably going to be a heavy 747.
Runway 28
Left onto 620 Sierra. Taxi. Left onto 620 Sierra heavy, taxi to terminal. 5-6 Mike Quebec heavy, cross runway 28 right.
Giant 5-4 kilo heavy.
We're just going to get him across because it's easier.
Pushback approved facing south. Golf Transport 906 Oscar. Runway 28 right. Cleared for immediate takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Just go ready to go.
5-4 kilo heavy.
Golf Transport 906 Oscar, runway 28 right at Papa via Bravo.
Runway 28 right. Line up and wait. Swiss 69 whiskey heavy.
With 6-9 whiskey heavy, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. 84 Uniform Juliet, runway 28 right, going up and west. Couple of these small jets out before the before the 380. These 350s and Lufthansa look really good as well, don't they? Beautiful Lufthansa coming in to Terminal 3 here.
Runway 28 right at Papa.
And there's Europa. Europa 48 X-ray Quebec heavy, pushback approved, facing south. Keep an eye on the arrivals. Yeah, we've got a few that are flagging as late now, so probably going to be about 5 or 6. So it should be alright, to be honest, because it might take us a while to get the departures out. 94 Charlie Mike, runway 28 to left, clear to land.
Pushback approved facing south. Europa 48 straight Quebec heavy.
Azul 54 Sierra, taxi to terminal via Golf Alpha, cross runway 28 right.
Runway 28 left. Cleared to land. Tam 904 Charlie Mike.
We're going to get him straight across, just because
Taxi
we
to
have
terminal via Golf.
more
Alpha.
jet.
Cross runway 28 right.
Turkish
Azul
10
54
X-ray
Sierra.
Charlie heavy, pushback approved facing south.
Pushback approved facing south. Turkish 10 X-ray Charlie heavy. Guarulhos ground. Aeroskin 90 Foxtrot Papa ready to taxi.
Guarulhos Tower. Avianca 47 November Oscar on final 28 left.
Guarulhos ground. Aero Mexico 908 Romeo heavy ready to taxi.
Time 84 Uniform Juliet, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Papa 23 Oscar, runway 28 right, going up and west.
Runway 28 right. Cleared for immediate takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Tam 84 Uniform Juliet. Runway 28 right. Line up and wait. Copa 23 Oscar. Guarulhos ground. Giant 5-4 kilo heavy ready to taxi.
Okay, Europa's probably going to be ready in a second.
Tam 84 Uniform
Europa
Juliet
48
ready to
X-ray.
taxi.
X-ray, it's X-ray Quebec. Europa 48 X-ray Quebec, heavy runway 28 right via Alpha.
Runway 28 right. Via Alpha. Europa 48 straight
Azul
Quebec
is
heavy.
coming into here, is he? He's coming into
Delta
here,
50
coming into
whiskey
here.
heavy ready to taxi.
Europa's going down. Papa 23 Oscar, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Gold Transport 88 Uniform Papa, runway 28 right, going up and west.
Runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Copa 23 Oscar.
Runway 28 right, line up and wait. Golf Transport 88 Uniform Papa.
There's the Tom. Tom Cargo 901 Quebec Lima Heavy, runway 28 left, clear to land.
Runway
Turkish
28
10
left,
X-ray Charlie
cleared
Heavy,
to
runway
land.
28 right,
Town
via
Cargo
Alpha.
901 Quebec Lima Heavy.
Tom 94 Charlie Mike, taxi to terminal via Golf.
Runway 28 right, fly Alpha.
Emirates 45 Foxtrot Super, runway 28 right, line up and wait. Golf Transport 88 Uniform Papa, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Beautiful Emirates 380.
5 Golf. Tam 904 Charlie
Tam
Mike.
22 Oscar, pushback approved facing south. And now we got a big influx of departures to end the
Runway
hour.
28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Golf Transport 88 Uniform Papa. Pushback approved facing south. Tam 22 Oscar.
Guarulhos ground, American 13 Echo Heavy ready to taxi.
Right, so he's going to push,
10-6-2 Sierra Heavy on final 28 left.
get the Emirates going very soon.
2 X-ray ready to taxi.
Emirates 45 Foxtrot Super, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Tam 3 Delta Heavy, runway 28 right, gone up and went. Check our arrivals,
Runway
3,
28 right, cleared for immediate
8.
takeoff. On reaching
8
altitude
plus,
1000,
got about another
contact
13.
Emirates 45 Fox
Only
right.
20 minutes, probably going to take us 15 minutes to get all
Runway
these
28
departures out
right,
anyway.
line up and wait.
Probably timed
Tam 3
perfectly, to be
Delta
honest. Upper 42 Golf India, pushback approved facing east. We'll get the time across after the Emirates has rotated. And the next arrival is just touching down here, just be going straight in via Golf and Yankee.
Guarulhos ground.
Golf Banana
26
Juliet,
right,
runway 28 left,
ready
clear to
taxi.
land. We end with some very, very nice heavies anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 heavies in a row.
Ten 56 Mike, Quebec Heavy on
It's
final
well,
28 left.
out of 9, 8 of them are heavies to end the video.
Copa 23 Oscar
See
ready to
where
taxi.
the Emirates rotate. So,
Guarulhos ground. Emirates 45 Fox right, super
we
ready
need
to
to
taxi.
get the time. This is probably, you got to keep these guys across, otherwise they'll start queuing quite a bit.
Ready to taxi.
Emirates probably rotate about here in front of me, I'm going to guess. There we go. 94 Charlie Mike, cross runway 28 right. 22 Oscar, runway 28 right at Papa via Bravo. 89 Romeo, pushback approved facing south. I'm not going to push the other guy just in case.
Cross runway
Tam
28
Cargo
right.
901
Tam
Quebec Lima
904
heavy
Charlie
taxi to
Mike.
terminal via Golf Yankee. Fine.
Runway 28 right at
Funny
Papa.
off
via
departures there.
Tam 22
Golf is
Oscar.
here, he's going to come out.
Pushback approved
Another
facing
one
south.
wanting to go, they all want to go at the same time. I'm a bit worried if I try and push him. I reckon they'll crash into each other, so I'm not going to risk it.
901 Quebec Lima Heavy.
3 Delta Heavy, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. As 04 Whiskey, runway 28 right, stand up and wait.
Contact departure. Cab 3 Delta Heavy. Runway 28 right, line up and wait. Azul 4 Whiskey. Guarulhos ground, Azul 4 Whiskey ready to taxi. Guarulhos ground, Qatari 64 November Heavy ready to
Papa
taxi.
42 Golf India, taxi to the intersection of Juliet and Alpha. Just take him there for now.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway Juliet and Alpha. Copa 42 Golf in.
DTA, is it just DTA that?
Guarulhos
DTA,
tower,
33
Azul
Papa Heavy,
510
pushback
on
approved
final
facing
28
south.
left.
Copa's there, got an American touching down. Gonna park in here, that's fine.
DT33 Papa Heavy.
We're gonna get the next
Guarulhos ground,
arrival
Air
across once
Portugal
he's
53 Mike
up in the
Uniform
air.
Heavy ready to taxi.
About now.
Horse tower,
Great view
Tam
of these
904 Charlie Mike on
rotations.
final 28 left.
Tam Cargo 901 Quebec Lima Heavy, cross runway 28 right.
Cross runway 28 right. Town Cargo 901 Quebec
We'll
Lima
probably
Heavy.
get the goal going and then the other Tam, I think.
Guarulhos ground, Azul
But we're gonna
32
get this guy
Foxtrot
going
ready to taxi.
first. We're gonna get this guy and
Town Cargo
then run
901
to
Quebec Lima Heavy on final
Tam
28
89
left.
Romeo, runway 28 right at Papa via Bravo.
Runway 28 right at Papa by Bravo.
Papa 42 Golf India, runway 28 right at Papa via Bravo. 905 Quebec Heavy, pushback approved, expect runway 28 right. There's all 4 Whiskey, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. There's all 32 Foxtrot, runway 28 right, line up and wait.
Runway 28 right, at Papa.
All transport, Nana, entry.
Delta 14 Dolphin.
Dominican 4 Sierra Yankee, pushback approved facing south. Tam 84 Kilo Delta, pushback approved facing south.
Pushback approved, expect runway
Aero
28
Sky
right.
36 Bravo,
Line
runway
95
28
Quebec
left,
heavy.
clear to land. We're going to have a quick
Runway
look at
28
this
right.
down
Clear
somewhere
for
behind
immediate
us.
takeoff on reaching altitude 1000.
We're gonna push it that
Contact
way.
departure. Azul 4 Whiskey.
They're all going that way. We're going to get Tim and him out,
Runway
and then them
28
two can
right.
push at the
Line
same
up and
time.
wait. Azul
Then I think
32
there's
Foxtrot.
about there's 2 more aircraft after.
Pushback approved facing south. Dominican 4
DT
Sierra
Air 33
Yankee.
Papa Heavy, runway 28 right by Alpha. There's all 32 Foxtrot, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Qatari 64 November Heavy, runway 28 right, line up and wait. Hotel 54 Delta Hotel Heavy, pushback approved, facing south. Papa Nana Juliet, taxi to the intersection of Alpha and Golf.
Pushback approved facing south. Tam 84 Kilo Delta.
Plenty of variation with this
Runway
video,
28
haven't we?
left, cleared to land. Aerosky 36 Bravo.
Runway 28 right, via Alpha. DT 33 Papa Heavy.
Runway 28 right. Cleared for immediate
I'm going to get
takeoff.
corporate
on reaching
across
altitude
once it
1000.
has
Contact
rotated,
departure.
I think.
Azul 32 Foxtrot.
That shouldn't take him long, he's only an
Runway
Embraer.
28 right. Line up and wait. Qatari 64
Keep
November
going.
Heavy.
Papa Nana Juliet, crash runway 28 right.
Pushback approved, facing south.
And the gold
Chicago
transport up there
54
is
Delta
our
Hotel
last
Heavy.
departure, I think.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of Taxiway Alpha and Golf. Copenhagen Juliet.
Get Copenhagen Juliet across.
Copenhagen Juliet.
Dominican 4 Sierra Yankee, runway 28 right at Papa via Bravo. Tam 43 Echo, pushback approved, facing south. Qatari 64 November Heavy, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Air Portugal 53 Mike Uniform Heavy, runway 28 right, line up and wait.
Runway 28 right.
So on 95 Quebec Heavy, runway 28 right via Alpha. That guy moving as well.
Pushback approved facing
American
south.
92 Juliet Kilo Heavy, runway 28 left, cleared to land.
Runway 28
All transport
right.
95 Juliet,
Cleared for
pushback
immediate
approved,
takeoff
facing south.
on reaching altitude 1000.
All
Contact
transport
departure.
35 Echo Zulu,
Qatari
pushback
64
approved,
November
facing
Heavy.
south.
Runway 28 right. Line up and wait.
Tam 84
Air
Kilo Delta,
Portugal
taxi to the
53
intersection of India and Alpha. Moving forward a bit.
Runway 28 right. Via Alpha. Line 95 Quebec Heavy.
Here goes the
Runway
Qatari.
28
How many
left,
arrivals?
cleared to land. American 92 Juliet Kilo Heavy.
There's 5 plus another 6.
Facing south.
We've got another
Gold
11.
transport 905
Another
Juliet.
20 minutes really, that isn't it?
Pushback approved facing south. Gold transport.
It's at 054 Delta Hotel Heavy, runway 28 right by Alpha. Air Portugal 53 Mike Uniform Heavy, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. I've got the smaller one. Gold Transport 96 Oscar, runway 28 right, line up and wait. Aero Sky 36 Bravo, taxi to terminal via Golf Alpha. Golf Banana Juliet, taxi to terminal via Alpha. I'm 84 Kilo Delta, runway 28 right at Papa via Bravo.
Runway 28 right, via Alpha. Chicago 5 Delta
43
Hotel
Echo,
Heavy.
runway 28 right at Papa via Bravo.
Runway 28 right.
Golf Banana Juliet, hold short of hotel.
Altitude 1000. Contact departure. Air Portugal
Gold
53
Transport
Mike
95
Uniform
Juliet, runway 28 right at Papa via Bravo.
Runway 28 right, line up and wait. Golf
Nice
Transport
American
96
777
Oscar.
over there. I can't remember what Bob is.
Alpha.
Boliviana? Boliviana 22 Golf Victor, runway 28 left, clear to land. Gold Transport, can't go yet. Aero Sky 36 Bravo, crash, runway 28 right.
Runway 28 right. At Papa via Bravo. Tam 84 Kilo Delta.
He's holding there, he's coming
Runway
across.
28 right. At
And,
Papa via Bravo.
Gold Transport 35 Echo Zulu, taxi to the intersection of Golf and Alpha via Alpha. Take him down that way.
Hold short of Taxiway Hotel. Copa Niner
Call
Juliet.
transport 96 Oscar, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway
22 Oscar, runway 28 right, stand up and wait.
All transport 95 Juliet.
Runway 28 left. Clear to land. Boliviana 22 Golf Victor.
Okay, they're all going. Papa Nana Juliet. Continue taxi. American Nana 2 Juliet Kilo, heavy taxi to the intersection of Golf and Bravo. No.
Cross runway 28 right. Aeroskin 36 Bravo.
Taxi
is
and hold
on
at the
approach.
intersection of Taxiway Golf and Alpha via Alpha. Golf Transport 35 Echo Zulu.
Yeah, we might just have to open up 28 right for the last few arrivals. There won't be many. Tom 22 Oscar, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. And
Runway 28 right.
Europa 48 X-ray Quebec heavy, runway 28 right, gone up and wait. Papa Nana Juliet, continue taxi.
43 Echo. Copa Niner Juliet. Copa Niner Juliet.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of Taxiway Golf.
yeah.
Bravo. American 92 Juliet Kilo Heavy.
Got no
Runway
Canada
28
coming in.
right. Cleared for immediate takeoff on reaching altitude 1000. Contact departure. TAM 22 Oscar.
Runway 28 right. Line up and wait. Europe
Been
48
playing for
Quebec Heavy.
just over an hour, so it's not too bad. We try and plan an hour. This is what I mean. If I went with like 100, we'd be playing for like another half an hour, and we struggle getting the arrivals in sometimes, so probably best with the level of traffic that we've got.
Europe 48 straight Quebec
Europa
Heavy, ready to
48
taxi.
Quebec X-ray heavy, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate. Europa 48 Quebec X-ray. No. Europa 48 X-ray Quebec heavy, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. And Papa 42 Golf India, runway 28 right, gone up and wait. Europa in a nice special livery.
Runway 28
Okay,
right. Clear
Call
for
transport
immediate
35
takeoff
Echo
on reaching
Zulu.
altitude 1000.
Runway
Contact
28
departure.
right, via Alpha.
Europe 48 straight Quebec Heavy.
Just sending by Alpha for now.
Runway 28 right.
American 92 Juliet Kilo heavy, taxi to terminal via Alpha. Probably will just
Runway
cross by
28
himself, I
right.
think.
Via Alpha. Golf Transport 35 Echo Zulu.
American 92 Juliet Kilo heavy, hold position. Just wait until he's airborne,
Taxi
please.
to terminal via Alpha. American 92 Juliet Kilo Heavy. Hold position. American 92 Juliet Kilo Heavy.
Guarulhos Tower.
Go.
Copa Niner Juliet.
American 92 Juliet Kilo heavy, continue taxi.
Continue taxi. American 92 Juliet Kilo Heavy.
Guarulhos Ground.
Dominican 89 Bravo Quebec, runway 28 left, clear to land. We've got no Canada there, but nothing behind
Runway
it.
28 left. Cleared to land. Dominican 89er Bravo Quebec.
Guarulhos Tower.
All the rest of our arrivals are
Bravo,
heavies apart from
Bravo,
one,
left.
so I really do want to get them in.
Guarulhos
Because there's some
ground.
cool stuff
TAM
in there.
22 Oscar ready to taxi.
Okay. Papa 42 Golf India, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Turkish 10 X-ray Charlie, heavy runway 28 right, gone up and wait.
Runway 28 right.
Boliviana 22 Golf Victor, taxi to terminal via Golf.
Copa 42 Golf in.
I do want to have a quick look at that. It's a new livery in the game, I think.
Line up and wait. Turkish 10 straight Charlie.
Bolivia de Aviation.
Taxi to
That's a
terminal.
pretty
via
cool
Golf.
livery. I must say.
Boliviana
I've never
22
seen that
Golf
before.
Victor.
Guarulhos Ground. Copa 42 Golf India ready to taxi.
I've got a land behind
American
that.
92 Juliet Kilo Heavy on final track.
So just in terms of arrivals, we've got.
Guarulhos Ground.
I don't want to ruin that one, but there's a 330, a couple 777, another 330, Dreamliner, 350, and a 747.
95 Quebec heavy ready to taxi.
Yeah, still
Guarulhos
stuff coming.
ground. Dominican
Turkish 10 X-ray Charlie heavy, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. We've still got like another 10 aircraft to get out there. Cam 89 Romeo, runway 28 right, gone up and wait.
Contact departure. Turkish 10 straight Charlie Heavy.
We'll get this guy across after
Line
that.
up and wait. TAM 89 Romeo.
I must say it's a very, very nice airport. This. I'm enjoying playing this one quite a lot.
Guarulhos ground.
But,
TAM 84 Kilo
I wasn't
Delta
really
ready to
like,
taxi.
you know, like when you really look forward to an airport. Like when I got Brussels, I was really excited. Like we got Manchester, I was like, because this was just, it's just another
Guarulhos
airport.
ground.
It's just one of
TAM
them.
43 Echo ready to
But
taxi.
I must say it looks really good. I really like the textures. Looks very, very good with all these
Horse
markings
ground.
and stuff.
Go transport
And
350
yeah,
ready to
runs
taxi.
very well, and we can get some good airlines in.
Guarulhos Tower.
Plenty of
Dominican
different
89 Bravo,
variations.
Quebec on final
So
28
it's a good
left.
layout to say what it is.
Guarulhos Tower, Air Canada 908 Yankee India Heavy on final 28
So
left.
that got the Turkish 350. We've got the other Arajet touching down just
Guarulhos ground. Avianca 51 Golf November with information
nearly
November.
tail strike that.
Requesting push and start.
Boliviana 22 Golf Victor crash runway 28 right. He's just going
Cross runway 28
straight
right.
up
Boliviana 22 Golf Victor.
into here, I believe. That Tom's pretty cool, isn't it? I think that's an
Guarulhos
old
ground.
Tom
Land
with
90
them.
Quebec with information
He's
November.
coming
Requesting push and
to
start.
this stand here, 208 by the looks of it. Air Canada 908 Yankee India Heavy, runway 28 left, clear to land.
Runway 28 left, clear to land. Air Canada 908 Yankee India.
What's the next one? Sam 89 Romeo, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Dominican 40 Yankee, runway 28 right, line up and wet. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Runway 28
Yeah,
left.
by the time we
Line
get
up
the
and wait.
departures out, we'll probably get another 3 or 4 arrivals. I think what I will do,
Guarulhos Tower, land 57 India Sierra
Open
Heavy
to
on
eight right
final
now.
28 left.
might as well. It takes a while for him to spawn in, so
Guarulhos ground. Copa 50 Whiskey Lima with information November. Requesting push and
we're
start.
just gonna spam the smaller planes right now.
Guarulhos ground.
Time 8, 4 Kilo Delta, runway 28 right, line up and wet.
With information November.
Now it spawns 2 in. Dominican 40 Yankee, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Let's see if they can land 2 at the same time.
Runway 28 right. Line up and wait. Tan 84 Kilo Delta. Runway 28 right.
Dominican 89 Bravo Quebec, taxi to
Reaching
terminal via
altitude
Alpha.
1000, contact departure. Dominican 40 Yankee. Taxi to terminal via Alpha. Dominican 89 Bravo Quebec.
Get these guys out. So it looks like the gold transport's landing on 28 right.
Information November. Requested push and start.
Dominican will get across straight away as soon as we can. And get the heavies out, I think, as well.
Argentina 37 Hotel Echo with information
DT
November.
Air 33
Requesting
Papa
push
Heavy,
and
runway
start.
28 right, gone up and wet. Dominican 89 Bravo Quebec, cross runway 28 right.
Runway 28 right, line up and wait. DT
Beautiful view of the Air Canada Dreamliner
Cross
touching
runway
down.
28 right. Dominican 89 Bravo Quebec.
As soon as he's across, we'll get the next TAM going. TAM 84 Kilo Delta, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Then rolling is pretty much across.
Runway 28 right. Cleared for immediate takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000. Contact departure.
And there's our
Tan
Air
84 Kilo
Canada
Delta.
touching down over that side.
Guarulhos ground. Cam 3 Delta Heavy with information November. Requesting push and start.
So if that's another 2 on approach, there's 3 on approach, and then it's another 4 or 5. There's another 6 after that. So yeah, by the time we get all this out, it should be there or thereabouts. DTA 33 Papa Heavy, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Land 95 Quebec Heavy, runway 28 right, gone up and wet. Land 57 India Sierra Heavy, runway 28 left, clear to land.
Runway 28 right, clear for immediate takeoff on reaching altitude
Air Canada 908 Yankee India Heavy taxi to terminal via Golf Bravo Juliet.
Runway 28 left. Line up and wait. Line 95 Quebec Heavy.
Runway 28 left. Clear to land. Land 57
As the next 2, they are very, very close together. I just don't know whether we can do parallel approaches here, but I'll give it a go.
Air Canada 908 Yankee India Heavy.
Let's try and get all of these out really before doing that. Italo 5 for Delta Hotel Heavy, runway 28 right, gone up and wet. Land 95 Quebec Heavy, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway 28 right,
And this is the other one, we'll get the next
Delta
one.
Hotel Heavy.
Runway 28 left. Cleared for immediate takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000. Contact departure.
The
Line 95
Dominican.
Quebec Heavy.
The one coming in.
Host Tower, Gull Transport 72 Uniform Romeo on final 28 right.
Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. After these
Gull
next
Transport 88 Uniform Papa with information November.
I have to
Requesting push and start.
speed it up a little bit.
Blue Hot Ground, Aero Mexico 908 Romeo Heavy with information November. Requesting
These
push and
guys
start.
are rolling for now. I'm just going to leave the camera here for the minute. Pretty good view of this land touching down. That's the 1 and 3 minor. It's at 54 Delta Hotel, heavy runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Gull Transport 95 Juliet, runway 28 right, line up and wet. There's another 2, so we'll leave us 4 more after
Runway
that.
28 right. Cleared for immediate takeoff. Reaching altitude
Yeah.
1000. Contact
Keep
departure.
them all rolling. There's a beautiful Royal Emirates 787 should end with, along with an Air France A350. Well, they're the last 2 that come in. And the Springbok is on its way as well. Giant 14 Alpha Juliet, heavy runway 28 left, clear to land. Air Canada 908 Yankee needs to cross. We're going to cross behind this tunnel, I think. Yeah, the textures of this airport are exceptional. One of the best ones I think I've seen. Like the grass just looks really good. The terminals look good. Like even just like these random mounds and stuff like that. I know we don't have loads of buildings, but I'm not really too fussed about that. It's mainly like the terminals look really good. The trees look really nice. I counted the 908 Yankee India heavy crash runway 28 right. Giants clear to land. We've got the Gull Transport. Let's just drag these guys down the bottom so we know the difference.
Host ground, Swiss 6 9 Whiskey Heavy with information November. Requesting push and start.
Can we get another departure out? Probably. Gull Transport 35 Echo Zulu, runway 28 right, run up and wet. Gull Transport 95 Juliet, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. You're going to have to hurry up though.
Runway 28 right, line up and wait. Gull Transport 35
And
Echo Zulu.
there's the Air France and a TAM, which then gives us another TAM and the Royal Emirates as the last 2 to come in. Land 57 India Sierra heavy taxi to terminal via Alpha.
Taxi to terminal via Alpha. Land 57 India Sierra Heavy.
Guarulhos Tower, Aero Mexico 44 Juliet Kilo Heavy on final
Yeah, I think
28 left.
obviously we're a little bit delayed on the arrivals here, but I think if you were to use 10 right at 3 nautical miles and 10 left for your departures, you'd be completely fine running this schedule. Gull Transport 35 Echo Zulu, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Yeah, it should be just alright for that arrival now. Gull Transport 72 Uniform Romeo, runway 28 right, cleared to land. Here is a white 747 operating on behalf of Atmosphere.
Gull Transport 72 Uniform Romeo.
And the last 2 should come in just after that. 5 minutes as well.
Guarulhos ground, Copa 23 Oscar with information November. Requesting push and start.
Guarulhos ground. Emirates 43 Alpha Heavy. Are you sure this is the most logical routing?
So he's coming in quite low. There's the 747. He should be there.
Requesting push and start.
And then we're going to get Tam lined up behind, I think. Actually, no, because we're going to have to get the line across. Tam 43 Echo, runway 28 right, line up and wait. Get him lined up. We'll have to get him to go in.
Runway 28 right, line up and wait. Tam 43 Echo.
Sorry, Tam 43 Echo, hold position. I don't think we can. We don't have enough space.
Hold position. Tam 43 Echo.
There's the last 2 now on the arrivals. So Giants touchdown. Land 57 India Sierra heavy cross runway 28 right. Get him across because he's pretty much stopped.
Cross runway 28 right. Land 57 India Sierra Heavy.
We're going to have a look from up here. So land's going to cross. Air Canada's coming in. We should be coming off either at Lima. There we go. Okay. Springbok 78 India. Springbok 78 uniform heavy runway 28 left clear to land. Azul 66 kilo heavy runway 28 right clear to land. Gull Transport 72 uniform Romeo taxi to the intersection of Bravo and Hotel.
Runway 28 left, clear to land.
I do want to
Springbok 78 uniform
quickly
heavy.
go and have a look at these guys. So there's
Runway 28 right,
the
clear to
330
land.
from South Africa.
66 kilo heavy.
Giant 14 Alpha Juliet heavy taxi to terminal via Golf Yankee. He's across now anyway.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of
And
Taxiway Bravo
here is
and Hotel.
another. He's
Gulf
meant to be in
Transport
the
17 from
Brazil
Romeo.
flag delivery, but he isn't.
Taxi to terminal via Golf. Yankee. Giant 14
well.
Alpha Juliet Heavy.
43 Echo, runway 28 right, one up and widths. Get him lined up now. Try and get him out in between these.
Runway 28 right, line up and wait. Tam 43 Echo.
He's going all the way into the.
Guarulhos Tower, Air France 68 November heavy on final 28 right.
Guarulhos ground, Azul 32 Foxtrot with information November, requesting push and start.
Nice. Hopefully you'll come off at Delta Delta, or even Lima, so we can get this TAM moving gas up.
Qatari 64 November heavy with information November, requesting push and
Springbok
start.
78 uniform heavy exit at taxiway Delta.
Exit at taxiway Delta. Springbok 78 uniform heavy.
Just so we have a little bit of a gap. TAM 43 Echo, runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway 28 right, cleared for immediate takeoff on reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Tam 43 Echo.
Guarulhos Tower. Tam 45 Echo X-ray Heavy on final 28 left.
Aero Mexico 44 Juliet Kilo Heavy, runway 28 left, cleared to land, exit at taxiway Delta.
Runway 28 left, cleared to land, exit to
Azul
taxiway
66
Delta.
Kilo Heavy.
Aero Mexico 44 Juliet Kilo Heavy.
Taxi to terminal via Bravo Juliet. Here.
Taxi to terminal via Bravo. Juliet.
Springbok 78 uniform heavy, taxi to the intersection of Charlie and Delta. No. Springbok 78 uniform heavy, taxi to the intersection of Charlie and Golf. Azul 35 November heavy, runway 28 right, clear to land. This is the one that I wanted to show you.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of
This
taxiway Charlie and Delta.
amazing Brazil
Springbok
flag
78
livery.
uniform heavy.
Such a nice livery is that.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway
So
Charlie.
there goes our departure.
Springbok 78
So we're going to get
uniform
that
heavy.
going. We need to get the giant
Runway
across
28 right, clear to land. Azul 35 November heavy.
once he's down.
Guarulhos Tower. Royal Air Maroc 33 Foxtrot. Juliet Heavy on final 28 right.
Guarulhos ground, Air Portugal 53 Mike uniform heavy with information November, requesting push and start.
Okay, is he gonna stop? How
Guarulhos
slow
ground.
is he?
Golf Transport 906
He's
Oscar
slow.
with information
Giant
November,
14 Alpha Juliet
requesting
heavy
push and
cross
start.
runway 28 right. Springbok 78 uniform heavy. Taxi to terminal via Bravo.
Cross runway 28 right.
Air
Giant
France
14
68
Alpha
November
Juliet
heavy, runway 28 right, cleared to land. Azul 35 November heavy, taxi to terminal via Bravo, India.
Taxi to terminal via Bravo.
Okay.
Springbok 78 uniform
Azul 35 November heavy, taxi to terminal via Alpha.
Runway 28 right, clear to land. Air France 68 November heavy.
Springbok 78 uniform heavy, cross runway 28 right.
Taxi to terminal, via Bravo, India. Azul 35 November heavy.
Ball Transport 72 uniform Romeo, taxi to terminal via Yankee.
Taxi to terminal, via
Bam
Alpha.
4 Nana Delta heavy,
Azul
runway
35
28 left,
November
cleared to
heavy.
land. We're nearly there. Last few
Cross runway
to get
28
in.
right. Springbok 78 uniform heavy.
He's coming down into here.
Taxi to terminal, via Yankee. Gulf Transport
There we go.
72 uniform
Aero
Romeo.
Mexico 44 Juliet Kilo heavy, taxi to terminal via Bravo Juliet.
Runway 28 left, clear to land. Tam 49
Here comes
heavy.
our next two, so there is another
Taxi to terminal, via Bravo,
TAM, and then we've got
Juliet.
an Air France
Aero Mexico 44
A350.
Juliet Kilo heavy.
I need him to hurry up because the
Guarulhos ground.
TAM is probably going to
48
vacate
Quebec Heavy with
at
information
Golf.
November, requesting push and start.
And there goes a giant, so does he even camera? Yeah, there you go. So
Guarulhos ground.
he
Turkish
is the
10
middle one,
Charlie heavy with
just fit
information
him, I
November,
think.
requesting push and start.
I didn't realise how much was in the new livery on this. So he's coming down
Tam 22
Bravo,
information November, requesting push
like
and start.
in behind there, which is the South African A330, which is pretty cool. I like the South African tail, it's so cool, isn't it? Beautiful tail is that. Okay, there's the next 2 down. I've got 2 more arrivals and then we are
Guarulhos
done.
ground. Code 14 Golf India with information November. Requesting push and start.
Aero Mexico 44 Juliet Kilo Heavy cross runway 28 right. 45 Echo X-ray Heavy runway 28 left, clear to land.
Cross runway 28 right. Aero Mexico 44 Juliet Kilo Heavy.
Airfan 68 November Heavy. Taxi to terminal via Lima Alpha.
Runway 28 left.
He's going in
Clear to
there,
land.
he's also going in
45
there.
Echo X-ray heavy.
Royal Emirates 33 Foxtrot Juliet Heavy runway 28 right, clear to land.
Taxi to terminal via Lima. Alpha. Air France 68
Cam
November.
490 Delta Heavy taxi to terminal via Golf.
Runway 28 right. Clear to land. Royal Air Maroc 33 Foxtrot
Coming
Juliet
down
heavy.
here, so we're just filling this terminal back up.
Taxi to terminal.
The only ones that won't fill up is that because I did, I've isolated them 2 stands for the Lufthansa and the Emirates, just so that they will always park in the same places. I've had a few schedules in the past which have issues with like 380s and 747 sometimes, so I thought I'd just do that. One thing to call out in real life, the 747 Giants, I think, generally park over here, because these are big stands. I don't think they can actually park in this up here. Well, they can, but if you look at it, it's very, very close to wind pitch clearance. So I'm not sure how they actually do it. But there's the next 2, and completely forgot to show you the Royal Emirates touching down. Beautiful livery. Down 490 Delta Heavy crash runway 28 right. Get him there, he's probably going to go in there as well. Cam 45 Echo X-ray Heavy, taxi to terminal via Golf, cross runway 28 right.
Taxi to terminal
There's
via
Air
Golf.
France,
Cross runway
Aero
28
Mexico
right.
coming in here.
45 Echo X-ray heavy.
Royal Emirates 33 Foxtrot Juliet Heavy, taxi to terminal via Alpha.
Taxi to terminal via Alpha. Royal Air Maroc 33 Foxtrot Juliet heavy.
Guarulhos ground. Ham 84 Kilo Delta with information November. Requesting push and start.
Guarulhos ground. Italo 54 Delta Hotel Heavy with
There he
information
goes.
November. Requesting push
Okay,
and start.
so they're the last 2. There's the Royal Emirates. We don't need to wait for him to go in, do we? But that's the beautiful Royal Emirates that we're going to do to end the video. Obviously, it took a little bit longer than an hour. You're looking around an hour and 20, an hour and 30, but that's just because of the arrivals and stuff that we had to wait for at the end. But overall, I must say that was very, very fun. I hope you guys enjoyed watching that one. Obviously, newer airport, the text and stuff really, really good. I think the schedule we've built there is fun. It's not too busy. It's busy enough, but not too busy. Like, we can have a constant stream of arrivals. We have quite a few at the holding point sometimes, but we can keep that flow moving. It's not like it's like little bits of rushes. So you'll have a rush of 10, but then have a little bit of a gap, and then another rush, and then a little bit of a gap. So it's not constant as we have with some schedules. I think that's the sweet spot for this airport. It's some of the other airports we try and do 90, 100 and stuff like that. And I've tried that at Manchester, and you do get a little bit of trouble sometimes, and you do need certain runway configs. I think for this, you can probably play both. I think using the 1-0s is probably better for this hour. There is another bump to power as well, and a lot of these airlines are spread out across the day as well, but this hour does have all of them airlines kind of bundled into that 1 hour, so you can have it a go. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. If you do have any questions, comments, or feedback, then please drop them in the comments. As always, if you do like the content, please do like and subscribe. And if you've got any suggestions for anything you do want to see in the future, then please do let me know. But that's it for the end of this one. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.